I actually loaded this a little bit before where I left off last time. Mostly because I'd had a few beers by that point, and I sort of forgot what I spoke to David Sarif about, so I kind of wanted to redo that bit. Just trying to remember exactly what happened. Was there We did the mission in Dubai, where we're part of Task Force 21, the counter-terrorist unit. We were ambushed by weird augmented guys with gold masks on. That's weird. We came back, we met some mysterious, well, stranger to us, an acquaintance of ours who appears to not be part of Task Force 21. And they were thought it was strange that my particular team got sent from Prague all the way to Dubai to do that mission. She's given me a chip that I can implant in the headquarters, so we can eavesdrop on what's going on. I also, after we met that lady at the train station, we got caught in a terrorist attack, an explosion, which damaged all of our augmentations. And the last thing I did was go back to the to my underground illicit doctor to have all my shit checked out and get it all fixed up. So all my systems are back online again. However, we found a bunch of unknown or mysterious augmentations inside me that I wasn't aware of. So we are about to go off and talk to my old boss to figure out what it is what he knows about this about all of this.
Yes, you said that. That was 6 months ago. Earlier today,
Do you really
the
think
train station fell victim to a bombing. The third day in Prague in recent months.
repair crews in here?
Is this really the face of a pacifist? Join the
Care
discussion
was
online
perfect.
and let us know what you
What do you
think.
suggest we do? We can't push it. We can't
It's poking around.
What if we hide it?
Oh, of course, we got a
I wasn't paying attention.
fake ID card, didn't we?
Don't blow your cover.
So I've got a bunch of practice points to spend. It seems as though, although we're a member of this Task Force 21, we're actually suspicious of it, and our contact, our mysterious contact from earlier, before we got blown up, so we seem to be working with them, whoever they are, to investigate Task Force 21 and their connections to, you know, the Illuminati, probably. Either way, I'm going to get a lot of hacking stuff, because I like to hack. Camera domination. So we can turn off cameras, that might be handy, but let's see how many points I can spend before that. Oh, get some fortify. What's this? Blah blah blah. Don't care about any of that. Increase my hit points. I like that one. Recoil dampening. I'm not usually a run and gun kind of guy, but I do like me a nice accurate pistol, so get us some of that. Yeah, reticule growth due to movement. Not interested in that. Oh, do you know what? I'll get some batteries. It's always good to have some extra battery. Honestly, I haven't really used any of the fancy pants ones that much. Oh, we'll get some extra inventory space because I am a hoarder. Lift heavy things, maybe. What's that? Improve stamina. Jump high. That's pretty good. Let's just take pork. Oh, I think it's taken out 2 guys. Like double takedowns. Jump high. Actually, gonna get me some more armor. Oh shit! I forgot about this. Ah, bollocks! I wanted smart vision. Bollocks! I forgot about that. Alright, well I'll save my last practice and we'll get that next.
Are the pants the right blue?
Alright, these cops are dodgy.
We got this. Making good money on this racket.
There. Come on.
Oops.
I'm gonna shoot him in the head! Hey!
Oh, that's handy. Try and remember what the bloody cover was. No?
We learned how to kill your kind during the incident on your back.
Oh, shit! That was...
Coming closer, metal man!
God damn it.
I keep missing!
Alright. Forgot what the bloody cover button is. It definitely wasn't the grenade button, that's for sure. F. Sure, F, why not?
I hit him! Hold it! Moving to a better spot! Laugh it up! You'll be dead! We will leave your bodies on... Stop fucking around! I killed you, Yobo, boss.
Well, I totally fucked that up. So they're trying to figure out what the cover button is before throwing grenades at my own feet. That's not going to help, is it? Hey, at least I get to do my practice again. And we're going to get this guy. Energy consumption. I'm going to do that because I use this thing all the time. Alright, we want some of you, a little bit of that. Hacky, hack, hack, hack. Just upgrade that all round. Get a little bit of health. And a little bit of armor. Okay, there we go. Alright, I'm going to save it this time.
Aha.
This uniform is heavy.
Don't really want to fight these guys. I mean, I know these guys are not real cops. They're just extorting people.
Police pace back and forth all day.
Oh, I do have my card.
So, my friend, you have the card now, yes?
We've just been extorting people for
I think I'll just take the long way around for now.
They forced me to go to a forger to get an ID card made. Right, but I don't really want to get them arrested instead.
Ciao.
If they had their way, they would bulldoze the whole district.
Hey, come back. Bullshit. Quick loot. Ooh, Cassa's a nice Cassa. Don't need that. Oh, got a bunch of junk to sell as well. That's not good. Shotgun shells, not really useful. Mysterious event, here I come. That's not really any good, is it? It takes me back to oh shit! Didn't mean to do that. Back to where the doctor is. Oh, there we go, of course. Gets me around them.
Great, another one. Getting to be as many clanks here as in Golem. Here we go.
Not from here, are you?
What gives it away?
You just walked up to a police officer. And I have this funny feeling you expect something good to come out of it.
I used to be a cop, for what it's worth.
Let me guess, not in Prague. And not since the incident.
In America, Detroit, a long time ago.
I envy you. I look forward to the day that I can say I used to be a cop. A long time ago.
That bad?
If I could do it again, I would be a fireman. No one looks into a fire and thinks, shit, does this one really deserve it? You can just follow orders and feel good about it.
About the repression in this city.
Look, I have nothing against your kind, okay? Personally, I mean. But I am on the front lines of a police state. I am a child of my moment in history.
Sounds awfully abstract for a cop.
To be competent, I have to be complicit. My way of being okay with that is to be abstract. I don't drag human beings from their homes. I drag historical outliers. I don't shoot into unarmed crowds. I fulfill the will of history.
You mean the will of those in power?
Same difference.
Well, we're going to turn in the dodgy cop.
I recently got stopped at a fake checkpoint. Heard there was a cop around here who might know what I'm talking about.
Draumir, he's a slippery fuck. Pays off all the right people. Provides all these bullshit documents that prove he's legit. Regional inspector, my ass. I'm putting a file together.
A file? This guy's dressing up like a cop and harassing hogs in the street.
Sounds like 90% of the people I work with. Listen, the right amount of coin in the right kind of pocket, fancy-looking paperwork, those things go a long way in this city. Especially if the perception is that he's not really doing anything wrong. Just giving hogs a hard time.
There's more to it than that.
That's exactly what I think. Why don't you fill me in? What's Drahomir been up to behind my back?
There was a girl named Elena. The way she tells it, she was forced at gunpoint to work for Drahomir. They kept her in a little room and made her forge documents for them.
Why didn't she go to the police?
She was scared. A lot of people are scared.
Yeah, of course they are. Prague's going to hell. The bad cops don't care and the good ones are too busy filling out forms. Fuck it. Drahomir's been pulling this shit for long enough and I'm sick of being told to ignore it. Official police business now. Stay out of it.
Let's watch them fuck them up. Take this, dickheads.
Another one.
Milena, I've got an update on your friend Drahomir.
I've seen Drahomir pretend to be many things. My friend was never one of them.
It's been taken care of. He's not gonna be a problem anymore.
Thank God. I don't know how you did it, but I'm glad you did. Listen, if you ever need documents for something...
I'll be fine, thanks.
Our little forger snuck out through the vents again last night. I know you think she's too scared to stay away for good, but she'll always come crawling back. But still, watch her. It's just letting me know about the vents that I have already utilised. There you go. If I can't kill him myself, I call him the big guns. Report them to Daddy.
Something is out there. I know it.
Alright, I wonder if it's worth talking to with that lady again. Well, I know where she is if I need forged documents. She also gave me some other ones, didn't she? Oh yeah, I've got 2 more sets of forged documents that she wanted me to deliver. Yeah. Alright. We're gonna go talk to David Sarif. I think it's this one.
It is the beginning of a new age, and like always, faith is birthed with fire and blood and pain.
Oh, forgot about this.
That future is at hand for our
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Oh shit. Oh fuck, where is it? Oh. God damn it.
Access denied.
Ah, it's like half a second out. I missed it. There was a second node. What an idiot.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.
Ugh. Sucking so hard at these today.
They have their reason. Zika. To them, I'm no longer a person. I'm just an orc. And we are all responsible for that problem.
You are exaggerating.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Maybe they will offer us something.
Access granted.
There you go. 15 seconds to spare. Wasn't that bloody hard? Bunch of hacker stuff. What's this? So like flyers for these crazy priest dudes over here.
We have suffered long.
Seeker, are you prepared for the ascension?
I think you've got the wrong guy.
No, I can see your purity. You are close. So close, and the Singularity Church of the Machine God can help take you the rest of the way. You know of it?
I don't think your church can help me get where I'm going.
Each of us lives with needs and desires, begging and howling for attention, for fulfillment. We barely have time to ponder what, if anything, lies beyond this wretched world.
And you have some idea of what that might be?
I am but a servant, tasked with spreading the word and offering hope to those who have none. But I have the teachings of the Church to guide me. What would you like to know?
Tell me more about this ascension.
Our minds will depart their corporeal shells and merge with the divine consciousness of the Machine God. This is the ascension.
Sounds like you're talking about uploading a copy of your brains to a computer. I didn't think that was possible yet.
Thanks to the Builder, it is. But it is much more than a simple copy. It is transference. Joseph called it an evolution of the human condition. Do you have more questions, Seeker?
I saw your builder upstairs. He's not doing so well.
I was afraid of this. His flesh is failing, as his faith did. Perhaps the Mother was right to cast him out before he could tarnish the Ascension.
Doesn't say much for your church that you abandoned someone for asking questions. Not going to do much for your recruitment drive.
One of the chosen holds vigil. That is all I can do. Joseph's passion turned to bitter poison, and the flesh is weak. There is nothing more to say, Seeker. Do you have more questions?
Nothing more to say. Do you have more questions?
This Singularity Church of the Machine God. For augmented only?
The word of the Mother. Only the gifted will ascend. She has cast out the flesh-flawed in preparation.
So you're here on a recruitment drive, to fill up the numbers.
And more. The Builder lives in this place, the dreamer of our ascension, now cast out at the will of the Mother.
Let me guess, he's one of the flesh-flawed.
No, he simply had a crisis of faith. But I am not so blinded by my faith as others are. He was a friend once, a mentor, a leader in our church. Some of us remember. Do you have more questions?
Tell me.
Our minds will depart their corporeal...
Sounds like you're talking about uploading a...
Thanks to the Builder. It is.
Nothing right now.
Very well, Seeker. I will be here if you change your mind.
So this Builder built their
I was lost,
computer system to which they can upload their consciousness.
It is
Their
the dawn of a new age.
ascension that they speak of.
Praise
Like,
the machine god.
How much longer is it going to be?
he suffered a quote-unquote crisis of faith.
And like always, change is
Has been cast out. So he's the guy who's where am I? Next floor. So he must be the guy in... Here he is. Not feeling good.
The singularity is near, Sever. We must hang on. We will all find way to the machine god. I pray that the mother will change her mind. There is always resistance. Do not despair.
Right, check out these weird guys. Crazy religious types.
Some of us remember.
May seem a little familiar to any of you out there who've been a 40k fan in the past. Let's hack. Leave no computer unhacked.
I pray that the mother will change her mind.
Anomaly detected.
Oh fuck.
Trace program initiated. Access denied.
Ugh. Definitely a little out of practice on those things. Alright, we'll try it again later. Gotta go and have a word with my ex-boss. See if there's anything I want to get rid of. Ah. Huh, non-lethal. Non-lethal's for chumps. Alright. See what Mr. Seraph has to say. Maybe after a little bit of TV. Just a little bit of R&R.
For the non-augmented peoples of the world have failed to grasp is the incident was a tragedy for all.
But it wasn't all of humankind who went crazy, Dr. Ruck.
The loss of life on both sides was considerable, but instead of healing and dialogue, fear of the augmented has turned to hatred.
Surely you cannot claim to be mistreated by governments when they have spent taxpayer money to build special living quarters for you and your kind.
But when legislation forces augmented people out of their homes and into sequestered environments, there's no reason involved, only fear and expedience. That is why I moved to the Utrecht complex.
I thought you were forced to leave your native Germany. Were there not allegations that you...
Those accusations were false. When I arrived in Prague...
There was a terrorist bombing at a local church.
But ARG had nothing to do with that. We are...
A non-violent organization. Yes, you said that. That was 6 months ago. Earlier today, the Ruzicka train station fell victim to a bombing. the third to hit Prague in recent months. Is this really the face of a pacifist? Join the discussion online and let us know what you think.
It's messed up. It's
Eliza Kazan, report.
a little close to home with dodgy news reports pinning blame on people and whatnot. Let's see what he has to say.
Adam, what's going on? I didn't expect to hear from you.
I didn't expect my doctor to find dormant augs hidden in my system.
What?
Dormant experimental augs. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Adam, you know the decisions I made for you 2 years ago.
Yes or no?
No! All the work we did on you was above board. You have my word on that. What exactly did you find?
Experimental test augs spliced into my system. Kohler said something about a neodymium shell. Who would have designed something like that?
My God, you've got a Titan aug? It's impossible. It was just a concept.
You just said this wasn't you.
It wasn't. The DoD showed me schematics 3 years ago and asked me if I thought it could work. It was designed by somebody else, Vadim Orlov. Megan and I interviewed him once, but he wouldn't have fit in.
These schematics you saw. Don't suppose you kept a copy?
They were classified. I never had a copy. The only reason I even saw them was because the Defense Department valued my opinion. Seraph Industries did good work back in the day. When we signed a schematic, you knew it was solid.
Orlov? Sounds Russian. Who is he? Why wouldn't he have fit in?
He was supposed to be a boy wonder, a neuroscience prodigy. Got his master's degree in Moscow, post-grad in the US. His grades were off the chart, but his theories were sketchy at times. Megan said his ethics were questionable.
Megan? Megan Reed said that? The woman who gave you my DNA to experiment with?
We didn't hire him, Adam. 2 minutes into the interview, and I could tell Orlov didn't like his ideas being challenged by anyone. Least of all, a strong woman like your ex.
So it seems like this Orlov fella might have had a hand with implanting a bunch of weird and wacky experimental augs into me.
I've got to find this guy.
Adam, let me track him down for you. I'm leaving for London soon, but I can make phone calls, reach out to people. Seraph Industries may be gone, but my name still carries weight in certain circles.
Do it. Contact me by infolink when you have something.
I won't let you down on this. I never felt right about losing touch with you after Panchea. When I heard you'd shown up in Detroit alive, a year after everyone thought you were dead. Why didn't you get in touch with us?
I couldn't. Rescue crews pulled me out of the ocean and dumped me in a clinic in Alaska. Nobody knew who I was. For a long time, neither did I.
My God, son, you don't think... I mean, that could have been when...
Find Orlov, Seraph. I've got questions I need answered.
I will, I promise. I'll call you.
I have a convenient black spot in my memory after the events of the first game then. I wonder who put these, well, presumably that's when these weird augs were implanted. Alright, let's have another go at this.
There is always one, Joseph. Do not despair.
Alright.
Some of us remember you.
Okay, let's see where I've got to go now.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
No, no, come here.
Access denied.
Alright, fuck it.
Now what?
Those accusations were false. When I arrived in Prague,
There was a terrorist bomb.
Please, leave me alone.
Prague had nothing to do with it. We
Okay,
are
mate.
A non-violent organization. Yes, you said that. That was 6 months ago. Earlier today, the Ruzicka train station fell victim to a bombing. The third to hit Prague and...
But no qualms with robbing people's apartments.
Join the discussion online and let us know what you think. This is Eliza Cassell, reporting to you live from I guess News, the global leader in fair, unbiased, and impartial reporting. And now for a close look at the events making headlines around the world. Here are our top stories. And the events making headlines around the world. The impact of the Og incident is still being felt.
Quite the artist.
After the fact, the fear, the hatred, the violence. In the northwestern United States, a group of non-augmented citizens.
We must hang on.
Q to exit. Alright.
Do not give up faith.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Sure.
Access denied.
Oh, that's really annoying me now.
I pray that the mother will change her mind. I pray that the mother will change her mind.
Yeah, shotguns aren't really my style.
Do not fear now.
There's always witnesses. Do not despair.
Some of us remain feel do not give up faith.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
If I actually take the right bloody route through, then I should be alright, I hope. There we go.
Access granted.
Who gave us the means for our salvation? Do not fear now.
Huh. Excommunicate. Joseph 7 to Eric Simmons.
Do not despair.
Tried to access the CC
Some
computer.
of us remember feel
I couldn't log in. Now I'm being told that I'm no longer welcome in the church. I know my mother was upset when I spoke to her about my concerns, but excommunication? I'm stunned. I'm not simply having a crisis of faith, for heaven's sake. She accused me of kowtowing to the doubts of the flesh flawed, but I still believe. I changed my life completely so you would see that, so I could help you build what we need. I'm 100% committed to the mother and the ascension, but something literally didn't add up when I reviewed my latest calculations. Surely you must understand that this isn't something we can just hope goes well. The data is truly showing me that I've made a mistake somewhere and I need a little more time. So he's having doubts about the machine working correctly, and then he got excommunicated. So I wonder if they're up to something.
we must hang on.
Maybe he was about to find some sort of deliberate flaw.
Do not despair. We will all find our way to the machine now. I pray that
Now
the
he's saying,
mother
of course it will work. I don't know why I was questioning it. Mother was probably right, but it's more a crisis of science and faith. I mean, if the code self-regulates itself for a long enough period across all procedures, it may just be like inventing ghosts in the data where they're on. He's begging to come back and saying that he was wrong about the flaw that he'd found.
We will all find our way to the machine God.
Sounds like he was concerned about blood. Concerned about some flaw in their computer system that he built that they were going to upload themselves to. But in expressing his doubts, he's been excommunicated.
Very interesting.
Always, always be hacking.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Cool. Nobody in there. Time for a little bit of spot of burglary. Huh. Somebody has cats. Huh. Yeah, somebody definitely has a cat bone around here. Okay. Let me out. Right. Bonnet. Quick, really. Oh. Can't hack that one. Oop. Carrying that around. Tempted to leave the battle rifle behind, actually, just because it is a little bit friggin' massive.
Unaugmented citizens, armed with assault rifles, have begun patrolling the streets of Lewistown, Montana. They claim the U.S. government is crazies. In China, meanwhile, a group of protesters demanding freedom.
Ooh, neuropathy. Neuropathy is the drug that prevents people's bodies from rejecting.
I cannot help.
Rejecting augmentations.
Biocells,
so she probably really needed that.
Right over there.
This guy.
You need to pick me up.
No, I don't actually. All I need is some goddamn weapons.
Credits up front.
Show me what you got. What I want is a silencer. Okay, we'll just sell some of this shit. Charge. Blah blah blah. Frag mine. I don't really use mines that much. I'll keep it for now. So the smoke grenades. What kind of chump requires a smoke grenade when you can just shoot the people in the face? There's more than one way to no witnesses a situation. I'm a bit tight on space. This friggin' battle rifle is cool, but it's massive. Yeah. Alright, I'll do for now.
Get out of here then.
Fuck you, buddy.
I'm good for now.
Fuck off then. Next time, maybe not fuck off.
Calm down, buddy. Just sold you some quality gear.
Deus is a man. He'll set you up.
Don't really want to mess with them.
How did it ever come to this?
Join with the machine. The future is ours.
This guy was going to offer information in return for neuropazine.
Welcome back.
So let's just do that since we've got some. Info A. Let's do that one.
Sophisticated choice.
Alright. What's that do?
Maybe I'll come back later.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Oh, okay. Shots fired in Prazakia Building 37 near Chickenfoot. Possible shots fired in Prakazka Building. Prakazka Building 37. Oh, points of interest. Show on map.
I don't know. I don't see anything. We need to lock this district down.
Oh, ahoy.
Moving from current position.
Ahoy to
What
you
can
too.
I get you? Beer? Something else?
What else have you got?
Oh, just an item of interest.
For someone who lives off of their sales, you're unusually reserved.
Well, sometimes it's hard to know who to trust, especially these days. For example, I don't suppose you have any neuropozyne you would be willing to spare, do you?
Bollocks. We'll just keep it away.
Sorry, I don't.
That's okay, I understand. Times are tough. Is there anything I can do for you?
I'll have to try and remember that.
Nothing, thanks.
Okay, but I'm not sure why you wasted your time coming in here.
Alright, we're gonna do. I could go, I'm gonna go investigate this point of interest quickly.
I will charge you with obstruction. I can't go on like this.
Shots fired, building 37.
How did it ever come? What a place.
There's got to be a better way to get neon in this city.
The Rainbow Road goes through Bon Bon. You know.
They're rich. I heard they get neon delivered right to their bed, all automated. They bypass the dealers.
But we are not rich. We must live life the hard way.
Please, I can pay you. You must have neuropathy.
Sorry, we only sell rainbows. A different kind of drug. It is called neon. Make you forget all about neuropathy.
My sister and I need medicine. We need neuropathy.
I told you, not my kind of merchandise, and not my problem.
You don't look like you're in withdrawal.
My product isn't for you. Trust me.
Whoa. Oh, is there a neon stash? Hey, neuropazine. Diwali, that's the crime gang, crime syndicate. Want us to move all of them, all in with neon. Diwali control 100% of neon production. Head to 22 Zelen. That's my apartment block. If you need to restock, 310. All right, that's useful.
Keep walking, Clank. I got nothing to do.
See if I had the big boy jump, I could get up there. Oh well.
What the hell?
Get them off me.
That should not be.
Shit. Pro tip: G for grenade. I really need to rebind my keys. That's dumb. Oh, that's good. All right. Oh wait, is that the... no.
Lonely.
Oh, that's up there. Okay, I've been up there before. Ah, either way, let's get back up there and have a look.
Or something.
Let me on. Let me on. All right.
Wish I had a coat. A nice warm trench coat.
Oh, well, blood. Place looks pretty fucked up. By itself, more blood. Another artist by the look of it.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
From Peter to Helena. Husband and wife. Lena, I spoke with the bank and they're expecting you already signed, so you can just remove all the money and close the account. Try not to worry, I share your concerns, but what choice do we have? Without a permit we're going nowhere, and we're not getting one from the government. They made that clear enough. when we get to Rabia. Oh, so these are augmented people getting shipped off to the specially built augmented city. Sounds like a lot of look like segregation to me. We can worry about the next steps and use the other half of the money. That young girl made us feel like beggars when she was explaining the costs. A loan from Santa might be the only way. So they had to take out all their money and sell everything in order to get there. Helena and Peter, I wanted to let you know personally that the money has been transferred to your account. From Jacob Zambon. Oh, they sold a piece of art. It may not be my place to tell you what to do with the money you've just received, but if you have time for the opinion of a patron, I would like to recommend that you consider going to Rabia yourself. I've watched Santal's CEO, Nathaniel Brown, more than once on television, speaking of how the city will provide a haven for augmented people to be able to express themselves without fear of public opinion. Artists such as yourself would thrive there, I'm sure. So this is a guy who's bought a painting off of them. The cost is significant, but certainly worth it to be out of Prague. Imagine walking the streets, a warm sun upon every augmented head, surrounded by our kind, and never having to worry about bigots or violence. Yeah, well, that sounds like a lovely idea. I get the impression they're just shipping augmented people off to the desert. Fuck off, box. Jesus. Collectible. Doesn't really seem like there's much of a thread here, but within a somewhat sad story. Ooh, money. From Peter to Lena. Lena, be calm. I'll be home soon. Hide what we agreed behind the wall. Let me do the talking when they arrive. They're just thugs, but surely any money is better than nothing. We'll have our permits soon. Peter, this is the message you sent below. Oh, somebody's selling them permits. I wonder if that was that dickhead we had killed outside. Permits don't come cheap for a reason, so the price is what it is. The government's going to look well on me helping people like you get out of Prague. So I make sure it's worth our time to give you a happy ending. That's rather unfortunate. So I've been buying permits off of dodgy individuals like our friends outside. Presumably that didn't go so well for them. Well,
I can't live like this anymore.
How much longer is it going to be?
presumably they were buying their dodgy permits from these dodgy fuckers down here though, so that's what I call revenge. Ooh, found some neuropazine, didn't I? I'm gonna go back to that lady at the bar, see what she's got for me.
You're telling me there's more crime than terrorist attacks? Am I hearing you right?
That's right, yeah. Look, the terrorist thing, that's bad. I'm not saying it isn't. But it's just a thing. It'll pass in time.
That is the most ignorant... You can't be serious. One affects you, the other doesn't. It's that simple. When was the last time you were affected by organized crime?
I wasn't affected by the train station either. I wasn't there. Look, I'm just saying. They're gonna be living with criminals like the Diwali long after the terrorists make their point and fuck off. So the mayor's plan gets my support.
Yes?
Hey, buddy.
Hard to tell where it was or where it's gone. We scared them.
Hello again. What can I do for you?
I'm good for now.
Wait.
As you wish.
Oh, maybe I didn't pick up that door opposite. God damn it. No, not these chumps.
Kde máte cestovní povolení?
Kvůli nedávným událostem je Růžičkovo nádraží z důvodu...
Even Neon.
Oh.
Keep walking, Clank. I got nothing to interest you.
Just for that, you can have some proper murder.
Get out of my way! Move! Please do not hurt me! Why can't you leave me alone? God.
Sakra! Move! Go away!
Alright, can't be bothered to deal with all this hassle. Of course, actual murder is a little louder than just knocking somebody out, so... And although this guy is a drug dealer, I mean... Right, mate, calm down. Although this guy is a drug dealing piece of shit, I kind of feel bad for his patrons, actually. A lot of these orgs and drug addicts, it's basically all they've got, I guess. Oh, here we go. That's right, this is about the Diwali, and okay, good, alright. Let's try not to blow ourselves up with a grenade this time, shall we?
What the hell?
Even Neon.
It hurt.
Moment, kde máte povolení?
That's bad. I'm not saying it is.
Oh,
Hello.
Hello again. What can I do for you?
I got some neuropazine for you.
Thank you. I can't tell you how much this means.
These are tough times. We all have to do what we can.
You understand? That's... You have no idea how many people just look the other way. But we can't afford to. Not Oggs, and not anyone else. What happens to one happens to all of us.
The neuropazine isn't even for you, is it?
No, it's not. I'm what you might call well, I think of myself as a Samaritan smuggler. I get things for people in need.
I'm glad I could help.
Listen, I can't let you leave without thanking you properly. I store a few supplies in the basement. The code to the door is 1015. Help yourself to what's down there.
Cool.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. Like you said, we all need to help each other. Now, is there anything else I can do for you?
Let's see those odds and ends you have for sale. I'm good for now.
As you wish.
Don't want none of that. Huh, cool. Basement for the cool kids to hang out and apparently fucking trash the place. Huh. Human Restoration Act. The UN's Resolution 3507 is an obscene moral betrayal. Rucker's Ark, that's the quote-unquote terrorist organisation. Oh no, wait, Rucker, that was the guy on the telly being interviewed a few minutes ago. I think they're a... oh, is it Augmented Rights Coalition? Yeah. So, well, self-explanatory, really. They are rightfully attacking the insidiously labelled Human Restoration Act for going against the very things the United Nations supposedly stand for. Without a control chip inserted for good behaviour and official papers congratulating you on your loss of rights, resident orgs will be promptly herded into more suitable accommodation. Consider this, 13 elected individuals have ruled that over 7 million human beings must give up their livelihoods without appeal to be licensed and monitored as if criminals. Yeah, so after the adventure of the first game where all augmented people had a chip inserted in them, which...
I don't see anything. Need to lock this district down.
which made them all go crazy. Obviously, the United Nations and citizens at large are somewhat suspicious of the augmented. Oh, nothing in that. Welsh whiskey. Whatever. Oh, new praxis, perfect. I want to carry some more shit. Thank you. I am quite the pack rat. Pocket secretary I just found. Teresa. Man, he's really nervous about the latest shipment and starting to say he wants out. There's not a lot I can say to make him feel better unless you go back to the usual schedule. The handlers at Uchilek warehouses are used to seeing the driver rosters, and I'm worried the load's going to fold if they start asking too many questions. So it seems like a little smuggling ring is getting antsy because they're pushing it too hard. The truck driver feels like he's going to lose his job. If you really can't wait until the usual time, then you're welcome to move this stuff yourself. It's in the basement of Daitaga. As normal, 5-6. Okay, cool. So that's a code. Not really sure where that is, but whatever. Oh, son of a bitch. Fucking box is too heavy. Let me in. Let me in. Oh, I should have got stronger arms. What if I can blow it up? Right, every time I walk away. Alright. Oh, calm down, guys. Son of a bitch.
Oh,
alright.
neutralized.
Good job. I pressed F. Good job. I hit F5 before I tried moving that thing. Well, I've got no hand-to-hand weapons either, do I? Ha! Alright, the cops don't even give a shit about that. Credit chips. Versalife box. Where have I heard of Versalife before? Neat. Wonder where that goes. Whoa. Okay. Nice. Bunch of money and whatnot.
Oh, ahoy.
Yeah, ahoy to you too. I think I'm going to further the mission. I'm going to head over to the other part of town. Go check in with my bosses at Interpol.
Wonderful.
Check it out. Org's entrance. Natural's entrance. Kind of fucked.
Nice time for a walk.
With these attacks and the Utelek debacle, Prague.
Santo and augmented people just like you are creating the future. Good afternoon, sir. My name is Felice Allman, and I represent the Santo Group. We're looking for able-bodied augmented persons like you to help us create the future.
Continue.
Don't take this the wrong way, but this might be the wrong town to hawk a dream of the future in.
Don't you think it's exactly the right one? Prague, a city with no respect for the choices its citizens made to become augmented. The choice you made.
And you're going to tell me Santos found a city that does respect us?
We're making it. You can't deny the world has to change. For the better this time. Augmentations helped us take great steps before. And we can do it again. In Rabia. A concept city. 3D printed. Beyond state-of-the-art. A symbol of evolution.
In the deserts of Oman. I've seen the news stories. But Santo's not a charity, and I don't think your stakeholders are philanthropists.
That's why they've asked people like me to spread the word. To make an offer. Incentive-driven employment for any augmented person. You'll get a sponsored work permit for the duration of the city's construction.
And after that?
A guaranteed place in the residency lottery.
That sounds shit. So they're going to ship us over there to build this new fancy city in the deserts of Oman. And then after that we get a place in the lottery to stay as a resident? That sounds like shit. Cynical.
You're asking Augs to sign themselves up to a future that was made in a laboratory and built in a desert. Seems a little utopic.
You must think when I close my eyes, I see the script they ask us to read from. On message, they call it. But I don't. I see Rabia. Santo is the only corporation in the world to increase its augmented workforce in the past 2 years. Did you know that?
That must be convenient for a construction business.
It's the opposite. Our CEO's life has been threatened for supporting the legitimacy of augmented people. But he, Mr. Brown, understands that the augmented saw the future early and rushed to meet it.
Wake up. There we go.
I thought the Utelek complex was Santos' future for the augmented. From what I've heard, it didn't go to plan.
Not to our plan. Utelek was supposed to be a low-cost, high-volume housing solution for transient workers. It was never meant to become what it has.
And why didn't Brown step in? Doesn't look good to have your name associated with an Aug ghetto.
It's out of our hands. Since the incident, it's been run by the Czech state and their police. That will never happen with Rabia.
That's the well, obviously, pretty much what you just said, but it's a ghetto for augmented in here in the Czech Republic.
What guarantee do I have that life in Rabia is different than the segregation here? Or is that a lottery too?
Santo is the guarantee. We keep the rights to the city in perpetuity, never handing it off to people who want the augmented out of sight and out of mind.
But that's still exactly what you're doing. A city in a bubble, born from fear between augmented and non-augmented.
There have always been divisions in society. There always will be. That's why there are walls. Someone has to build the walls, and that's Santo.
I don't like the idea of shipping them all off into the desert. It sounds a little like history repeating itself.
So this incentive program, positioning Rabia for the Augs, it's all on Nathaniel Brown?
Everything. The industrial printing of the city, the archaeological design, the recruiting drive, even the street teams. Mr. Brown met us personally to sign off on us. Would you believe it?
Yeah, I think I would. Archaeological?
Architectural ecology. Rabia is zero footprint, fully self-sufficient. It is not just his solution for the augmented, it is his solution for cities. It is visionary. There is no other word for it.
Right. Unfortunately, most of the visionaries I've met were so busy chasing their grand plan, they lost sight of the little people.
As with every Deus Ex game, that's I don't know, ethically complex. I mean, a utopian city.
You've given me a lot to chew on. I can't sign up with you on the spot.
Just consider it. What I've told you. I'm not trying to sell you the e-brochure of Rabia. You've seen it all anyway. They're just pictures and holograms. I want you to believe in the place.
I mean, if they were able to do the right thing and build a future city with, you know, zero ecological footprint, and then repeat that around the world, you know, that's probably good for mankind. Considering what's happened to Augs in the past, I wonder if it's just an excuse to get rid of them.
Santo says they're going to make the future a better place.
Sir,
they should concentrate on
life
fixing
for the
the
augmented, and it's waiting for you in Rabia.
Rabia. Naturals.
How about a few credits? Come on.
Augs. Shithole. So always have a poke around. Yeah. Boring.
It makes me scared to leave my home. Palisade
Station, that's us. I kind of dig that. I mean, it's only a loading screen, but it's actually pretty neat as a loading screen, just because we all know what it's like to be standing on the tube or the subway or whatever, just sitting there waiting to get to your destination. Maps quite well to a loading screen. Let's see if we can get in here. Nope. 0 available practice. What is that? Is there some kind of oh yeah, next practice 370 out of 5,000. Alright, well, we need some more XPs. X to the P's.
Are you telling me you don't think they should all be moved there?
No, nothing like that. I just question the legality of it. No, that's not the word. Anyway, you can't tell me you're comfortable with forcing people out of their homes and into that ghetto?
I'm comfortable enough if it means we're safer here in the city. See, the problem is that we can't tell which of these Augs are safe and which are getting ready to kill us.
You're right. They should have made allowances for that when they developed the enhancement technology. It would be so useful right now to have some sort of shut-off switch or something.
All over the place you find old civilians, you know, discussing the rights and wrongs of sending people off into ghettos and whatnot. Oh, so tempting. There's a cop right there. I really shouldn't do this. I don't even know why I'm going to. Alright, we'll use a biocell quickly. Get our battery back up, and now I should be able to go. Huh?
Damn it, I know. The trains are fucked up. What do you want me to do? Someone set off a fucking bomb.
Oh, alright, they're cool with me being here. I was about to knock them both out, and, you know. Apparently they're just totally happy with me going around and stealing all their shit. Huh. Alright, mate. Okay, fair enough. I am out of here.
Can't defend against that kind of thing.
Look at those cop uniforms. So cool.
Ten hajzl leze do říky a dostane povýšení.
Nice look. Very retro. Hello.
Whilst I'm here, side missions, golden ticket. Here we go. So the lady that I rescued from the thugs, those guys who were dressed up as police, which I did in the last recording, she gave me a couple of extra permits that she just finished her two, you know, poor innocent bystanders who, you know, needy civilians, and I need to go and activate those two permits. I'm pretty sure it's nearby here.
Celý oddělení je skorumpovaný.
No way. He tried to pay with a credit card? I couldn't believe it. He just reached into his wallet with his fake arms and pulled it out like everything was fine. The last bank to give off credit stopped doing it 4 months now. Where has this guy been?
So yeah, I need to activate these two ID cards that I delivered to needy people, and hopefully.
You say something?
Oh, what's
hey
going
there. You looking for a new stereo system?
I don't really get much time to listen to music.
How about movies? You like movies? Or maybe you got other interests?
What kind of movies are we talking about?
Oh, never mind. I was just making a stupid joke.
What you really mean is you don't want to tell me, since it's obvious I didn't come here for that. Calm down. I'm not a cop.
What are you talking about, other interests? First you offer me
What do you
creep.
mean by other interests?
Well, I figure a man like you, he might need a little energy boost from time to time.
You're not talking about protein bars, are you?
Biocells, my friend. In perfect working order. And completely under the radar.
Sure. Oh, biocells. Nah.
I think I'll be on my way.
Feel free to come back if you change your mind.
Sure.
Property Bank. Have made addressing those concerns priority.
Nothing to report. Just the way I like it. Awaiting next report.
He had his papers and everything, but the police still pulled him off at the road. Where went he?
What do you expect?
It's Palisade Bank.
They never hire nice people to guard the elite station. They're going to hire badasses.
What the hell?
I don't like being this close to Prakashka. I'm afraid of what might happen to me. Don't be ridiculous.
If I remember right, the document validation. Oh, there's a security. Yeah.
Permit validation office is closed. It's always closed. Can't believe we got stuck down here.
See if we can see some of the way in.
It merely seeks to ensure the rights of the augmented in a world that has turned against them. But with the United Nations set to debate the Human Restoration Act in a matter of weeks, could the good doctor be changing his tune? Your guess is as good as mine. This is Eliza.
Did they notice me? Well. Alright guys, calm down. Fucking hell. Give me a break.
Is that you? Neutralize.
Son of a bitch. Just gonna take a quick trip to the loo. I'll be right back. Right. Let's try that again.
Hey, good to see you, man. Yeah, it's been too long. So when was the last time?
Not much going on.
That's handy. Just round the corner.
Where did that come from? I'm calling it.
Taking all of my extensive hitman skills.
Odstupte, občané.
Oh, that's a camera. Shit. Alright. Oh, son of a bitch. Alright, fuck it. Load.
Turning now to Prague, a city still reeling in the...
I heard something. Come on. I'm calling it.
Wait till that camera calms down as well.
They are involved. How to stop it?
Alright, camera, calm down. Seriously, that camera is pissed off.
Hands of irresponsible...
Over there.
I know, I'm out. I'm not here anymore. Oh, so he fucks off all the way over there.
Sure this is the spot?
Medical transports from getting through.
Říkám vám to naposledy.
Nice. Alright, there you go. Another camera in here somewhere. Alright. Wait, multi-tools. Got a multi-tool. It's not click and drag, is it? It's F5. No, 5.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Come on.
Access granted.
Nice. Nice. Disable the cameras. Good. Can't remember what multi-tools do. I think they let you hack things without having to hack them. So let me have a look at this, because I didn't get. I got the. Oh, so I got camera domination for free. Right, there you go. I was going to say I hadn't spent points on that. I saw it. Allows me to disable cameras, and there's this one for gun turrets. Disable security turrets to turn them against their allies. Always fun. Alright. Oh. Now what? Maybe I just need to use this for it. Miscellaneous devices. Ah, enable the permit station. Okay.
Milena, I got into the AUG permit registry.
Hold on. That should give me access now as well.
Why am I seeing a security timer?
Probably because neither of us have done this before. Cross your fingers. I borrowed this employee ID from a guy in a bar.
Why does it say there's only one validation slot?
Shit! The city has quotas for this kind of thing. Prague is designed to regulate people to death.
What does that mean?
The system won't let this guy register 2 people. Just scan something. There isn't much time. Help one person at least.
I think I did Edward's one last time I played this game, so fuck it, I'm gonna go for Irenka's one.
Good. Irenka's documents should hold up to any kind of scanning check now. She's as legit as she can be, without actually being legit.
I came here to help 2 people.
It doesn't always work that way. Look, you need to get out of there, please.
Milena, that permit I wasn't able to scan. What happens to Edward now?
He probably ends up in Golem. Or he gets arrested for trying to use fake documentation. Thrown into a cell somewhere. I don't know. Doesn't exactly feel like a win, does it?
No, it doesn't.
We did the best we could. Listen, thanks for being one of the good guys.
If I remember right, the dude was a guy who had a family he wanted to go and meet, but the lady was younger though, so maybe she'll get a better life out of it. I can't really remember exactly what the difference was between the two, but I think it's more of a one of those. It's always like a tutorial mission, I suppose. Can't always get them all. I really want to go in there and rob everything they've got now.
Where did that come from?
All right, fuck it. I love this mix of like fancy, shiny, modern architecture and all this old,
There's going to be a candlelight vigil next Monday in front of the former
old
building.
city stuff.
It would be really nice if the augmented people of the city could count on your support.
Will you please stop trying to enlist me in your activism?
Org rights is no different from gay rights, women's rights, or any other. Keep the way to this part. It's not very different.
But believe it or not, I have other priorities in my life. I work in a business twice a month. I collect flags. I donate.
Just the old rummaging around for loot. You know how it is. Find a hackable door, gotta hack it. Like, there's no way around it.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Shit. What? Where's the last one? I got them both tonight. No.
Access
Oh,
denied.
fuck, I didn't click it. Ah, it's the one thing with this.
Listen.
Oh.
Suspect spotted! Moving to alarm!
This area is clear.
So I guess I wasn't allowed in here. We'll give him a minute.
Nothing here.
That must be nearby.
Quick thinking there, hiding under the desk. I missed the restricted area thing. %. Come on. 100%. Alright guys, calm down.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Okay, actually capture the damn thing this time. Go through so many like swift mouse movements, or try to, and then obviously just looks like a whole thing.
Not much going on. Garbage.
Give me all your loot. Oh, police, huh? I do seem to remember this whole place being a mission-related thing, but hey, I've just found myself a massive cache of ammo. Like, yeah, you know, I've got super strength and metal arms and just punch my fucking way in. Like, if you didn't want this to happen, you should get better lockers, you know? Yep. One of those games that gives you XP for XP for exploration anyway, so that's good.
Enough problems already.
Seem to remember there's a shop around here. Tech Noir, that looks like it. I'm going to take a quick trip there.
You are going to die when you see my identification, please. Okay, you're good to go.
Thank you.
Oh, I'd love to hack those.
But I ran right out here because I seen face-to-face
Disgusting! The shopkeeper was late on his protection payments.
Black technology.
Interested in some hacking software, maybe?
In front of a cop? How are you going to spin that one?
I don't have the police officer.
In the market for something, aren't you? You've come to the right place.
Hey, buddy.
Welcome, welcome.
Nice gear you've got here.
All high-end. And you look like you know high-end. Which biotech did your job? Not isolate. They don't come in black.
You try this on all your customers?
Just the ones made of carbon fiber. As one enthusiast to another, you can tell me.
Gonna have to disappoint you.
Maybe you can make it up to me. You look like the kind of man who might have access to breach software.
Maybe I do.
That stuff's illegal.
Come on, man, don't play around. You know why it's illegal. You know the world governments don't want us to find out their dirty secrets. But we will. And you can help us. Be part of the revolution. Anyway, just think about it. All the details are in the computer. Want to have a look? To sell or to buy?
Seems like this guy is very not really taking precautions when it comes to selling illicit substances and equipment to random people in his shop. But I'll go with it.
Great. Go ahead.
There's one thing I do like, it's illegal stuff. Also, we could sell some of our dumb shit we don't want. Sellable. Still got that mine, but alright. Stun gun. Stun gun. Ammunition. Don't really need any of that. Alright.
You came to Prague to browse?
Yep.
Some other time.
So long, Mr. Mirror Shades.
Details recovered from the black box recorder suggest that the man may have been severing flashbacks to the AUG incident. That horse.
Alright. Some time for some main storyline quest. Where is it? It's over here.
I told you this would happen. Damn golems. If you're not already terrorists when you go in, I'll turn you into them.
You're so smart. Why
Gave
don't
you
some of the police find
fine.
people responsible?
9JT.
I'm sorry. What?
9JT 6345NXU. You got that this time?
Why don't they just bomb golems?
It's not showing up in the system, but we have been having technical problems lately. If you can give us a day or two, we will have it all sorted out.
You can keep it, gun.
Day or two? Are you serious? It is already a week late. A week! I can't wait 2 days.
I'm sorry, that's the best we can do, unless you want to fill out a T-46 form.
A T-46?
Yes, sir. That would help us expedite the process. It will only take a few minutes. You can use the computer right away.
So my secret Task Force 29 counter-terrorist Interpol unit has a secret base.
Alex, this whisper chip you gave me, it's an easy plant?
You're heading into TF-29? Already?
Our enemies aren't waiting around while we lick our wounds.
Fair enough. There'll be a data port on the NSN's motherboard. Access it and then just plug and play. Or plug and record in this case.
Got it. I'll let you know when it's done.
Nobody at the front desk. Seems like poor security to me. That's so cool. Look at that. The detail in this game, on the effort they put into, you know, making these areas lived in, and all that clutter. It's just gorgeous. This game holds up well. It's a couple of years old, but it still holds up really well. Everybody's got stuff to say. There's so much, you know, banter. gonna stop me hacking everything.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Oh, 0.02. Alright. I feel like I should leave their cameras on. Don't really know why I hacked that. Hopefully it will stay hacked. I can always come back to it if the need arises. Whatever. Probably got some XP for it anyway. See if they got themselves. Searching for contraband. Oh, he is, but that guy seems like he's having a bad day. Blood all over the floor. Probably not in good shape.
Maybe whoever's in charge doesn't want him.
Spy at me.
Listen up, team. What's our status? Where was that chopper headed?
I have 3 airfields in Qatar that are promising, but they're privately owned, and nobody can get close enough to take a look.
I got a whole lot of nothing. Every time I send someone to follow up on a lead, it turns out the buildings are abandoned, burned out, or bombed into rubble.
Jesus Christ.
Satellite footage has identified 3 possibles, but based on what the roads look like around them, I don't think our crashers would have chosen them.
Well, they were gonna take all those weapons somewhere. I want to know where, now.
Adam Jensen, please report to Peter Jane's office. Adam Jensen to Peter Jane's office.
Yoink. Yeah, the Dubai mission was interesting. We had a bunch of weird augmented golden mask dudes show up to interrupt the arms deal that we were there to stop. Apparently there to steal the cargo. Who knows?
What I need you to do is listen to me.
Janus relies on public perception.
Was there an accident?
And a shitload of overtime.
My boss hasn't checked in for days. It occurs to me that he might be buried somewhere in the rubble.
These guys might as well be ghosts. They have better software in Lyon. Satellite offices are always 2 versions behind.
Last us 20 minutes to confirm, but they're sure it belongs to the party. I'll close my eyes.
Just really feels like something's going on, you know? Yeah, I know it's all canned animations of people typing the keyboards and chatting their lines, but just the hustle and bustle is just...
You think one of them would pop up?
Awesome.
Security footage for the train station is spotty at best. I've run DNA checks through all the output agents. Nothing.
Join the ladies. Yeah, there's one of the gold masks. Gold mask here in forensics. Nonchalantly steal all their, you know, stuff.
These are the chances
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Oh, see, you click around with your mouse and then you accidentally hit the quit button. I like this minigame quite a lot.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Sure can be a pain in the butt sometimes.
Access granted.
Surely none of this is important, right? All this stuff I'm rolling out the forensics department. Okay.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Getting rejected for a novel that he wrote. Not interested. To Dr. Daniel Fletcher, one of my friends in state police. Remember about you. I think you know which one I mean. I'm not going to tell anyone because your private affairs are none of my business, but if you make things between us and the cops worse than they already are, I'll have to let Minna know. So he has some kind of secret. And he is doing English lessons for somebody called Sonia. English lessons, huh? I wonder if he intends to use his penis for that. Who knows, right? Let's see what's going on.
Adam, you're here. You made it in. It's good to see you're okay.
Hey, Aria, yeah, it was a close call. I got lucky. A lot of people didn't.
I was here working when the first reports came in. It was chaos. Phones ringing off the hook, people yelling, scrambling to find out what was going on. Then when Miller told me you were there,
I'm alright.
Good. You looking for him? Because he's tied up right now, a meeting with Lyon, I think.
Really? He's using the NSN right now?
Yeah, I just saw him. Oh, hey, that reminds me, here's yours.
What's this?
The card for the shooting range. Chang changed all the codes this morning, said something about only giving access to people he's vetted personally. The bombing really freaked him out. Third one in 6 months, can you believe it? I'm really glad you're okay.
Thanks, Aria. I'll let you get back to what you were doing.
Yeah, I better get back downstairs. It's gonna be a busy day. Come by later if you want to talk.
Copy that.
It'd be easier if someone would just step up and know that's not consistent with the train station.
Cybercrime.
Is it or is it not? I'd rather not say what this is.
I'll mail it.
Last night, the collective published the tax returns for 50 richest people in Switzerland. It made for some very interesting reading.
I'll mail it.
Cute. But they're never going to beat the time they broadcast that sweatshop footage during the halftime.
We're advising you to stay at home. We're comparing notes. If we don't learn the way these people think, we'll never track them down.
Close my eyes, but all I see is strings of code scrolling on my list, so... I'll mail it.
Negative. They're saying it with faulty wiring.
I do not need to remind you folks that this is the third such attack to strike Prague in 6 months. All of them occurring after Dr. Talis Rucker, leader of the Augmented Rights Coalition, took up residence in the neighboring Udalek complex. Dr. Rucker claims his organization is peaceful, and merely seeks to ensure the rights of the augmented in a world that has turned against them. But with the United Nations set to debate the Human Restoration Act in a matter of weeks, could the good doctor be changing his tune? Your guess is as good as mine. This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you live.
Ah, so that rocker guy actually lives in the
Global leader in fair,
in the Utile complex, the ghetto. Apparently his organisation is lobbying against the Human Restoration Act we read about earlier.
Composition could tell us a lot, but it's the trigger that
I don't know what the guy's deal really is, but with Eliza Kassan kind of, it seemed like spinning him to seem like he's a bad guy or a terrorist. I get the impression he might not be such a bad guy.
They've been everywhere for the
Guess we'll see. Yeah. What did you want?
My God, Jensen, I heard about the explosion. We should relocate. I was thinking we could corner Director Miller together. Tell him it's not safe enough here.
We're fine,
down, buddy.
The police station, the train station, we're next. I can feel it. I can more than feel it. I can see it happening.
No one knows where we are. There's no reason to get paranoid.
That's where you're wrong. They're trying to pull the lid off of us, Jensen, or someone is. Praha Dovos just got hacked.
Our building's front company. Thought it was fake.
I wish it was fake. Miller's got me cleaning up IntelliCam footage from the attack to help figure out who these people are. Meanwhile, maybe they're trying to figure out who we are? Why else poke into an import company?
You think someone's figured out that the company's a front? Maybe they know what's really down here.
We have a lot of enemies. The people who bombed the train station. You don't think they'd love to know where we are? You need to help me figure out who's looking into us and make them stop.
Prava Dovos. That's the fake company, the fake shop behind which are this place here, this office is in. Apparently it's been hacked.
I'm gonna need more information about this snoop of yours.
I don't know for sure that our cover's been blown, but if it has, we need to know before our enemies have a chance to do something about it.
You got an MO on this hacker?
At first I thought it might be the Collective.
But you're not convinced?
Not Janus's style to leave crumbs this big. But whoever it is, they risk exposing us. If the Collective ever found out where we operate... My God, Jensen.
Maybe Janus knows already.
Hey, don't say shit like that. I get nervous enough as it is.
If I'm not mistaken, the Janus Collective is a hacker or hacktivist organisation. And the lady I met at the station before the train explosion, she's a member of them, I think. And whilst I'm not necessarily part of their organisation, I'm sort of helping them out because I'm not sure of the intentions of Task Force 29.
You really think there's a risk here? Maybe someone's just poking around the fake website of a fake company.
If someone points a gun at me, I assume it's loaded. If someone hacks into the website of the company that serves as our cover, I assume they're doing it for a bad reason.
Such as?
Everything depends on who they are and what they know. But we're in the business of dealing with terrorists. If those terrorists find out where we are...
TF-29 likes its privacy.
Sure. More importantly, Chang likes being in one piece. Unlike you, I don't just brush off explosions.
What can you tell me about our front company?
Praha Dovos was designed to be forgettable. The kind of place you walk by 100 times and still can't remember.
It obviously caught someone's attention. What happens if we're compromised?
My guess, we dismantle and disappear. Agents go into hiding, Director burrows into some hole, poof, no Christmas party.
Well, clearly I'm going to
find out as much as you can about our Snoop. Make sure we're not in danger.
Alright, you have any leads?
I traced our hacker Snoop to an unrented apartment. Top floor, 33 Hlavny, just down the street. This guy walks by us every single day. Probably walks in.
You're kidding.
See? You feel it now. The constant buried alive feeling? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought we were supposed to be suspicious of things that go on outside these walls.
It's never that simple.
Just get into that apartment, access the computer they used, and find out what you can. And be careful, Jensen. We don't know who we're dealing with.
I'll look into it. As soon as I know something, so will you.
Most likely eyewitnesses were smashed in the explosion.
You'd think one of them would pop up.
Maybe whoever's in charge doesn't want anyone to feel safe.
Okay, so we have a hacker to investigate, and apparently he doesn't live too far away, so that's a side quest to investigate.
Right now, I think my blood is about.
I'll nail it.
It'd be easier if someone would just step up and do it.
Bother to stick around.
This
Been
is so
scrubbing through
weird.
garbage for hours. Still nothing.
Just wish someone
Hold on one
would not
moment.
take the blame. Maybe the connection is that there is
Patience
no
is the
connection.
first thing
it's
you
the
learn
right
to
fucked
have.
up.
I'm relieved, to be
Second
honest.
is a good soft chair.
I've run DNA checks through all the alphabet agencies. Nothing.
Maybe whoever's in charge doesn't want anyone to feel safe.
I'll nail it.
Listening to this
would be
news
great.
chatter? Oh my god, it's a comedy of errors.
Right now, I think my blood is about.
Patience is the first thing you learn to have.
What
Second
I hear,
is
the
a good
explosives
soft
were
chair.
designed to get maximum spread.
These guys might as well be ghosts.
Thanks. Keep digging.
Right now, I think my blood is about 60% caffeinated.
I've run DNA checks through all the alphabet agencies. Nothing.
I don't even know where to start with theorizing percentages.
I close my eyes, but all I see is strings of code scrolling on my lids. This is so weird. I'll nail it.
Thanks. Keep digging. Negative. They're saying it was faulty wiring.
I'll nail it.
Maybe the connection is that there is no connection. Is that fucked up?
Right, if I'm not mistaken, this guy.
These guys might as well be ghosts.
Excuse me, can put together some of the dots for us.
Composition could tell
Hey,
us a
Agent
lot, but
Jensen,
it's the
nice
trigger
work
that
in
really
Dubai.
gets me talking.
But still, you know what I want to know is who those
my blood
ogged
is
up guys in the gold masks were. I'll be compiling all the case files, and as soon as I know anything, it'll be up on
I
the
highly doubt
board.
whoever did this bothered to stick
You'd think
around.
one of them would pop up on some list somewhere.
Patience is the first thing you learn to have.
I'd love to get
Right.
into the
Patience is the
bomb
first
site
thing you
myself,
learn to
but
have.
no dice.
So presumably we can come back anytime. There's a bunch of question marks here.
An actual investigation.
You know as much as I do about
think
these
one
guys.
of them would
They're
pop up on
augmented,
some list
well-trained, and very dangerous.
Close my eyes,
And they
but
seem
all
to
I
be
see is
massing
strings of
weapons and
code
augs for some
scrolling
sort of
on my
attack. We don't know what yet.
To stay at home, so someone has to be the
Is
example.
it or is it not a probable target?
I'd rather not say what this.
Close my eyes, but all I see is strings of code.
I've run DNA checks through all the alphabet.
They don't care about jurisdictional grounds.
Oh, here we go. The Diwali crime family. As you may already know, they're one of the largest crime syndicates in Eastern Europe, but they
What
do
I
business
hear,
almost
explosives were
everywhere, from
designed to
Northern
get
Europe all the way to the
maximum
Middle
spread.
East. After their humble beginnings in a coastal town in Georgia, the Diwali quickly moved from gambling to more lucrative criminal enterprises, till they found their specialty, smuggling, which includes human trafficking too. The Diwali can get anything to anywhere. It's as if borders just don't exist to them.
Maybe the connection
But their
is
rapid
that
expansion
they're
came at
taking
the
the
cost of their
light
Georgian
on
purity,
fucked
when
up.
they started incorporating an ever-increasing number of Russians into the group. If you ask me,
guys might as well be
I think a
ghosts.
major power struggle is coming within the Diwali. One of the old versus the new.
Thanks.
The
Keep
past
digging.
versus the future.
This is
Preemptive
so
action would be great.
Diwali's crime syndicate. So
Patience is the first
Radish
thing you learn to have.
Nikoladze.
Second.
That's who my doctor was quote unquote friends with. He assured me.
Adam, how's it going? Any trouble with the plant?
Patience, Alex. Trying to find the best way to access the motherboard without blowing my cover.
Sorry, man. Message received.
Boss of the Diwali crime family. The man spends more money on suits than most people spend on
Yep,
their
yep,
houses.
yep. Can you start
But don't
over?
let the looks and the haute couture fool you. He's the boss, he's in control, and he's squashed more than a few people who've tried to take him down along the way.
Been scrubbing through garbage for hours. Still nothing. I don't even know where to start with theorizing percentages.
We know state police aren't above
I'll nail
profiling.
it. No one will.
Right now, I think my blood is about 60% caffeinated. These guys might as well be ghosts.
Otto Botkolevi.
Composition could tell us a lot, but
Botkovelli. There you go.
You'd think one of them would pop up on some list somewhere.
Otar Botkavelli. This guy's a classic. They don't make many like him anymore. Sharp mind, a real businessman. One of those gangsters who thinks that crime is a necessary evil, you know? If it's gonna happen, he's there to make sure people have respect and make good money. Good business.
He was the guy that had my my doctorate under siege. He assured me it was all a mistake.
Otar's right-hand man is this guy, Vano. Not the sharpest tool in the shed, if you know what I mean, but he's strong and loyal, something Otar values greatly.
Maybe whoever's in charge doesn't
These
want
guys
anyone
might as
to.
well
The Diwali called this guy Constantine. Like that's supposed to be intimidating, right? We don't have a last name for Constantine, but until his death in the Rizika bombing, he was a high-placed member of the Diwali crime family, answering to Otar Botkavelli. We suspect he has lots of connections in the upper echelons of the organization, all the way up to Radic Nikoladze and beyond. Between you and me, I suspect that he's a Pakhan, a spy that watches a Diwali lieutenant closely to make sure he doesn't make a move on the boss.
You think one of them would
What
pop
I
up
hear,
on some
the
list
explosives were designed to get maximum spread.
That's it.
Right now, I think my blood is about.
How's security over there?
The Jinn were the terrorist organisation that we were intercepting the terrorist organisation that in the first mission we were interfering with a weapons ship.
Maybe whoever's in charge doesn't want anyone.
I would have thought you had your fill of these guys since Dubai, Jensen. The Jinn, a group of smugglers led by twin brothers Salar and Wasim Alam. Their exact base of operations is unknown, but it's most likely in Muscat, Oman. The brothers Alam have been in operation since 2020 and have greatly expanded their operations since then, recruiting mercenaries, ex-military, nationalistic agitators, and other colorful criminal agitators from Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, and the surrounding region. They deal in drugs, weapons, medical implants, augs, and they occasionally throw in some human trafficking.
Patience is the first thing you learn to have. Second,
You think one of them would pop up on some list somewhere?
These are the guys who we were intercepting in Dubai until the gold mask dude showed up, and we had Aaron Singh was our informant.
Ah, Agent Singh, great poker player. I still owe him 100 credits. So I hope his incursion with the Jinn lasts another few months. Maybe he'll forget I owe him the money.
He's undercover with the Jinn.
Ah, Wasim Alam, the head of the Jinn, former limb clinic doctor and surgeon before he turned to more profitable enterprises. He brings the same cold and calculated approach he brought to saving lives to running his business with his brother, Salar.
I'd love to get a look at the bomb site myself, but no dice, not our show.
Maybe the connection is that there is no connection.
This guy is the face of the Jinn and a charismatic force of nature. They call him the Bull of the North and the Heart of the Jinn. Real name Salar, works in conjunction with his cold and calculating brother, Wasim, who saved his life during the AUG incident. He is proudly augmented and parades his AUGs around wherever and whenever he likes. The hatred of AUGs from groups around the world has only emboldened him and his organization.
You think one of them would pop up on some list?
Is it not a probable target? No, it's the right one. I'm relieved, to be honest.
Our arms dealer Shepard, aka John Trent, is a former Special Forces commander and ex-Bell Tower operative. And as is typical for those ex-Bell Tower employees, he's been selling off old Bell Tower tech and weapons. But we don't need to worry about him anymore. He was killed by those gold mask guys in Dubai.
What I hear, the explosives were designed to get maximum spread.
He was the guy buying the weapons off of the Jinn before the gold mask guys showed up.
I've run DNA checks.
Purity First is an anti-AUG group dedicated to keeping humans human, all pure, no augmentations. In their obsessive pursuit of this goal, they have taken extreme measures and are suspected of being responsible for multiple acts of breaking and entering, vandalism, and theft. On occasion, they've even become violent, being implicated in several assaults and murders as they push for their goal of human purity. They've been quiet since the incident.
Just wish someone maybe none of them
doesn't want anyone to smash in the explosion.
You've heard of these guys. ARC, or the Augmented Rights Coalition. They're a human rights group who, on the surface at least, is trying to provide equal rights for augmented people. It was started by Dr. Talos Rucker, soon after the AUG incident when Rucker started to speak out against the anti-AUG legislation that was being passed by several local governments. If you ask me, it's not working. Things seem to be getting worse. ARC preaches non-violence, but a string of terror attacks has put them on the terror watch list. So I'll let you be the judge.
I've run DNA checks through all the alphabet.
Yeah, and his Rucker. So they're supposed to be a human rights group, but they're getting the blame for augmented terrorism.
Dr. Talos Rucker, former limb clinic doctor and current leader of the Augmented Rights Coalition. Rucker has chosen to leave his native Germany and to live in the Utelek complex near Prague as a protest to draw attention to the upcoming Human Restoration Act vote. Rucker is a pacifist and believes that what is happening in Prague is what will happen all over the world if the Restoration Act becomes law.
Would just step up and do it.
I'd rather not say what this reminds me of.
Close my eyes, but all I see is strength.
So, Juggernaut Collective.
What to say about the Juggernaut Collective that isn't speculation. A bunch of their members were running operations out of Montreal in 27, resurfacing for a while in 28. You heard of the Rifleman Bank Station? Bell Tower? Anyway, the Collective is a group of hacker activists, or hacktivists. Oh my god, I hate that word. Dedicated to the cause of freedom. At least that's what they say, or what their actions appear to say. They fight corruption by exposing hypocrisy and protecting the unprotected. No one knows the real power structure inside of the Collective, but there is one name that echoes over the darknet, and that name that echoes even louder than Hex, and you can talk to Peter Chang if you don't believe me. That name is Janus, and some say Janus runs everything, while others think there is no Janus.
Yeah, that's the hacktivists.
I'd rather not say what this reminds me of.
We saw a Samizdat newspaper.
Samizdat is an underground news outlet that likes to think of itself as the real news. They are anti-establishment and anti-almost everything else, including business addresses, so we like to keep our eyes and ears open for any mention of them.
I just wish someone would nut up.
Finally, New Sons of Freedom. The NSF. Anybody play the original Deus Ex?
The New Sons of Freedom, or NSF, is a small group of militant constitutionalists and secessionists operating in the continental United States, particularly in the Pacific Northwest. The group was formed as a reaction to the American government's increasingly authoritarian regime. NSF is committed to fighting the influence and control of a group of unknown people they believe to be the Illuminati with strategic guerrilla warfare strikes. They are suspected of having ties with Janus and the Juggernaut Collective.
You'd think one of them would pop up on some list.
Where I hear, the explosives were designed to get maximum spread.
JC, Janus Collective, Juggernaut Collective, welcome package. That's what I found in my apartment after the explosion. And a member of the Janus Juggernaut Collective is the lady who popped up earlier. She gave me this whisper chip to implant before the terrorist attack at the train station. Either way,
I think Singh's got some kind of adrenaline addiction. He plays it too close to the edge.
He made it out of Dubai, didn't he?
I'm telling you, if it had been anyone but Jensen on the ground, Singh would be dead.
Well, you know what? I think you're right about that.
What are the chances of us doing?
counter-terrorism.
I'd love to get a look at the bomb site myself.
That's my department. Let's go.
Agent Jensen!
Oh, yeah.
Agent Singh. Wasn't expecting to see you again. In cities, at least.
Just passing through. I wanted to thank your team for the backup in Dubai. That sting went to hell faster than the storm did.
You're welcome. But I don't think you came all this way to say thanks.
Director Miller asked me to get Agent McCready up to speed. Now I have the red-eye flight back to Oman.
Headed into the field office there?
Not exactly. One of our black sites. I'll be dropped in as a captured enemy combatant. After I contact my fellow Jinn prisoners, I shall lead a very convenient escape.
Re-embedding with the Jinn. Aren't you taking a big risk, given everything that happened?
No choice. That ambush knocked everyone on their asses. TF-29, Bell Tower, the Jinn. To cover all the angles, I need to go back. Hopefully my cover is still good. You killing the signal booster at the hotel should help.
You're thinking the Jinn can get a beat on our gate crashers faster than TF-29?
Perhaps. They do not like loose ends. An augmented kill squad with military training. Have you ever seen anything like it?
Yeah, once. But it's a long story.
So this guy was the undercover agent that we had in the Jinn that got us onto the arms deal with the bell tower guy before the gold mask motherfuckers showed up and killed everybody. But thankfully I managed to rescue him. So hopefully if he goes back undercover with the Jinn, maybe he can find out who those gold mask motherfuckers are.
Did we get anything out of the cleanup operation?
Mostly corpses. Heavily augmented, as you know. Under those gold masks, they were ID scrubbed. No prints, no dentals, no DNA match. Professional.
Could still be ex-Bell Tower. Plenty of men and material went AWOL after the incident. A competing faction that listened in on Shepard's sale.
It's a possibility. The audits and investigations of Bell Tower will go on for years before we know how many rats jumped from that ship. At least we recovered the weapons. Unlisted. High spec. Military-grade augmentation. Enough to build another couple of you. That is a joke.
Right. It's the world we live in. Anyone with an exemption to the weaponized augment ban is a useful tool. Or a terrorist. Whoever they were, they knew exactly when the deal was going down. Any chance they were based locally, in Dubai?
No. After the incident, Dubai became the world's most luxurious tombstone. Perfect for the Jinn, but for no one else.
I thought human augmentation was frowned on in the Middle East. Why was Dubai hit so hard?
Because it was another world. Two other worlds, in fact. One of extreme augmentations in gold or crystal, and one of thousands of workers outfitted for construction. Then, that day.
I know.
No, Agent Jensen, you could not. Some called it divine punishment. But that day was not the work of a merciful God.
The incident is the day that all the augmented people around the world went crazy due to the chips implanted them. That was that's the first game, but
I don't envy what you've got ahead of you.
Actually, I'm looking forward to it. The truth is, when you've been under for long enough, you won't feel like an imposter out here, in the real world.
Yeah, I understand the feeling.
These guys might as well be ghosts.
In the US, millions of workers lost their jobs when the collective leaked
I guess the transit authority isn't in as much of a hurry as you
several
are.
Fortune 500 companies to go bankrupt. Between you and me, folks, the collective is one of the most dangerous criminal organizations in the world. Despite
This is
whatever
so
praises the underground media
Look,
wants
I'm
to
going as
say.
fast as I can.
This is Eliza Cassan, reporting to you live from Picus. Ariel is constantly bringing the best of the latest technology. Our portable data solutions have just surged.
Right. You'd think one of them would pop up on some list.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
God, I want to retreat into my skull.
For more in-depth look at UN Security Council Resolution 3507, also known as
Access granted.
These guys might as well be
This
ghosts.
Look, I'm going as fast as I
passed calls for the removal and downgrading of all
oh,
overly powerful
ARC member in
unlicensed
custody.
augmentation.
There was that guy downstairs in the jail cell.
Individuals who fail to comply will be
State police arrested a woman named maybe it's named Irina Markova trying to cross the checkpoint with fake
for all the
papers.
alphabet agencies. Nothing.
Where millions of people
She's been in
lost
ARC
their
for 18
lives
months.
due to
Unless it's
malfunctioning augmentation. Opponents of the legislation have been protesting all
I
over
hate
the
this.
world,
I really hate
and
this.
many of the protests have turned violent. This
Irina
escalation in the
Markova.
violence and
That
rhetoric
rings a bell.
has only widened the gap and polarized the dialogue on both sides of the issue.
Last night I leaned on a local ARC sympathiser to see if he knew anything about the bombing. Gave me two names. Velasta, a Prague smuggler with some sort of connection with the Diwali. An ambitious, upwardly mobile neon smuggler who goes by the name
all the alphabet
Chernobog.
agencies. Nothing.
Look, I'm going as fast
Apparently they're having some sort of turf war. Yeah.
It is Jensen, yes?
In yet another augmented terror attack, 251 passengers aboard sister airlines.
You'd think one of them would pop up on some list somewhere.
When an augmented passenger broke into the plane's cockpit and ruthlessly
I
butchered
hate
its
this.
flight
I
crew.
really hate this.
Details recovered from the black box recorder suggest that the man may have been suffering flashbacks to the AUG incident.
Okay, so this arena has not arrived here yet.
This is so weird. Flew into a psychotic
I guess the transit authority isn't in as much of a hurry as you are.
life in recent history. I cannot speak for you folks, but terrifying memories of that day still
It is Jensen, yes?
It will certainly be a while before any of us forget it.
Org is here.
This is Eliza Cassan.
These guys might as well be ghosts.
I love the way there's just TVs everywhere blazing
Anonymity, security.
Eliza
These are
Cassan
the
stuff.
greatest concerns of the digital age. And we at Paris
Blazing
have made addressing
biased news into our brains every moment of every day.
This is so weird.
A game all about conspiracy theories, they do a pretty good job. Let's have a look. Have a quick look at my own email. Because this is my desk.
You'd think one of them would pop up on some
I
list
keep
somewhere.
toy cars, terrible cereal, and packing peanuts. That's my you know, particular hobby: collecting and sorting packing peanuts.
I've run
Right.
DNA checks through all the alphabet. Nothing.
Aria.
I do not need to remind you folks that this is the third such attack to strike.
Invited to a shooting competition.
All
Nice.
of them occurring after Dr. Talis Rucker, leader of the AUG
James Miller is my superior, well, the director.
These guys might as well be ghosts.
To address the recent mission in Dubai. We all know somebody who died in that action. Our one consolation is that they died doing what they believed in, trying to make the world a better place. However, there is no excuse for the mission going to hell the way it did. The reasons it did are now under thorough investigation. We can all do better than this, and from now on we will, for them. Further rumours have come to my attention, which question why we were in charge of the op in the first place, rather than Station Muscat. These speculations are a distraction and strongly discouraged.
These guys might as well be ghosts.
Those were our people we lost. It falls to us to avenge them.
Irresponsible journalists, it can be. Underground websites and radio
Uh,
stations continue to praise
So me and my Janus contact had questioned whether our particular squad based here in the Czech Republic, why it was that they were sent all the way to Dubai rather than the local one. Who knows?
traffic grid, causing gridlock for hours and preventing life-saving medical transports from getting through. In Chile,
You'd think one of them would pop up
From
on
Dr.
some list
Delara
somewhere.
Ozen. Having recently joined the team, I wanted to briefly introduce myself. My name is Dr. Delara Ozen, now resident psychiatrist for the Prague Bureau. In addition to providing consultancy training for psychological profiling, hostage negotiation and criminal communication, I'll also be the person responsible for staff psychological assessment and counselling. Due to the nature of our work here at Task Force 29, every agent has a high risk of exposure to emotional stress and potential trauma. Mental health is just as important as physical health, if not more, so it's important for you to have access to relevant professional support. I look forward to meeting everybody individually over the weeks for an initial consultation. So maybe we'll have to talk to the psychologist. Neuropazine order. Agent Jensen, I notice you have not yet picked up the supply of neuropazine I ordered for you this month.
I've run DNA checks through all the alphabet agencies. Nothing.
It's the third time in a row that you've been late picking up your prescription. In my experience, agents like yourself are prone to testing the limit, blah blah blah.
the Human Restoration Act. This legislation, if passed, calls for the removal and downgrading of all overly powerful.
These guys might as well
And
be
they're
ghosts.
saying if I'm not picking up their supply of neuropazine, then they'll be forced to assume that I'm obtaining the drug somewhere else illicitly, and I'll have to be reported. Well, maybe that's a happy source of neuropazine. That'd be useful.
I've run DNA checks through all the alphabet agencies. Nothing.
Duncan McCready, he was the leader of the operation in Dubai. He says, I'm still waiting on your after action report. We've got to file them, you know. Drag your heels much longer than I ride up myself. Alright, maybe I should go talk to him.
It is Jensen, yes?
McCready. This guy's kind of a dickhead. Or at least Jensen and he do not get along so well. But I kind of really like him as a character, as it goes. I'll just steal his gun there. I'm sure he won't be too bothered.
Is there something I can help you with, Agent?
I hear you're on point looking into the gold mask mercs that hit us in Dubai. Any leads yet?
Christ, I know I'm good, Jensen, but I've only been on it for 5 minutes.
A lot can happen in 5 minutes, McCready. You checked with the ME yet? Get anything off the bodies we recovered?
Leftovers are on ice at the Oman substation. I've been told they were scrubbed clean as summer whites. No prints, no dental, no nothing.
So in other words, it's no steps forward and 2 steps back.
For now. That's why it's a good thing you disabled the Jinn's comms booster in Dubai. Singh's cover with the Jinn is still intact. I'm hoping once he's back in Basra, he can use his network to dig around. Maybe these gold mask jokers will ping locally. Probably another fucking jihad looking to make some noise.
I don't know. I'm not so sure we should be looking for these guys in the desert.
Ah, is that so? You have some new information you feel like sharing?
Come on, McCready. These guys were augmented with military-grade hardware. Body augmentation goes against Muslim beliefs. They weren't jihadists. We're dealing with something new here.
I can see where you're going with this, Jensen, and I'm asking you right now to back off it. It's not your case.
Hmm. I don't want to be a dickhead employee. I'd rather, you know, like I disagree with him, but I'd rather not be a twat about it.
Come on, McCready. We're not a couple of beat cops filling a monthly quota here. This isn't about whose collar it is. It's about getting the people responsible. Full stop.
Look, I get what you're saying, but I'm working a $5 investigation on 50 cents worth of shit. I've got speculation to spare, mate. Listen. I know I come off strong. I've got 3 ex-wives that'll back that up. But that's just how I'm built. Putting on a show for the new guys ain't gonna change what's underneath.
I can appreciate that kind of honesty.
Good. So when I say I'm impressed with how you handled yourself in Dubai, you can appreciate that I meant it. With that sandstorm giving us colonics, stripping the juice box out the chopper was an inspired choice. But that mission is over, and your involvement in it ends now. Got it?
So he's telling me to back off a little bit on the like he's got the gold face motherfuckers case under under his control, but it's no longer mainly my business. Which, to be fair, I think he's probably he's right about, I suppose. Oh, by the way, I think it's Peter Serafinowicz that does this guy's voice. Just throwing that out there.
How the hell did you get such a sunny disposition anyway, McCready?
Knowing about me is not going to make us friends, Jensen. But I'll humor you. Fine. I joined regular army straight out of secondary school, made UKSF at 25 and was recruited into the SRR 4 years later.
Special Reconnaissance Regiment. That's an elite unit.
Oh yeah, it was very glamorous. All champagne and blowjobs.
So what happened?
Sure.
After 12 years hunting terrorist shitbirds across every desert on the face of the earth, I found there was no fucking end to the evil this world churned out. I couldn't see the point in what we were doing anymore. So I quit.
So what brought you back to the life?
I suppose it was purpose. A tool without a job to do can only grow rust. So here I am, back in it, serving my purpose. As a tool yourself, mate, you should understand that, yeah?
His delivery of mate is pretty poor, though. As a Brit, I'd expect him to do a better, a better job of saying, "All right, mate."
Yeah. But tell me, why do you think the bodies from Dubai were sent to Oman?
Fuck knows. Rumor is that Oman was pissed that we got the green light for the gig in the first place. Can't blame them, really.
You don't think it's strange we got the call over them?
I stopped questioning the logic of the big noise a long time ago. What I'm told is we were the only team ready to go.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
So then you know what I know. That everything?
Yeah, he's got too much shit on his plate to worry too much about the details. Goodbye.
Yeah, I got it. It was nice talking to you, McCready.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. He's a prick, but I love him.
God, my eyes, treatment my skull.
Alright. So we got to, I don't have the key card for it. Oh, great. The electricity in there. Somebody's not doing their job right. Alright, so part of my job as a Jane's Collective, or Juggernaut Collective, quote-unquote agent, is to plant this whisper chip to see what says see up Task Force 29 are actually up to. So we'll do that. Hack that shit.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.
Son of a bitch. Let's try hacking this instead. So head south. Take this one over. Means I get that node and then continue on to that one. If I go the other way, I can start to capture these data nodes as well.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Alright.
Access denied.
Fuck's sake. Really? Really? Ah, yeah. Alright. Try this again. Head up to this one. So let's transfer node up and then okay.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Come on, click that shit. Alright.
Access denied.
Oh, son of a bitch. Alright.
You think one of them would walk straight into an ambush?
I wonder if I can find a key card or something. See if they've got anything lying around. Who? What are you? Did you or Chang move the NSN server room keycard? I thought we agreed to keep it on the lower level. So there is a key card.
Run DNA checks through all the alphabet agencies. Nothing.
I've been scrubbing through garbage for hours. Still nothing.
I'd love to get a bomb fight myself, but
Sure. I'll scan around, see if I can find a find the key card in question.
Through all the alphabet agencies. Nothing.
I hate this. I really hate this.
I can't feel like the person who'd have it would be one of the tech guys in IT down here. IT support. Oh, hey. Haha! Suckers! Don't even need your keycard, let alone your goddamn security number. Or my inability to hack. Save that.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Hack that one, alright. Oh, nice. Vincent Black, Duncan McCready, and Peter Chang's passwords. I do like knowing what passwords are. Alright. Scramble back through here. Wait, hold on. Ah, there we go. NSN key card. The NSN is what we need to put the whisper chip on. So let's head over. There it is.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Okay. Attention Director Miller. That's the guy who's in the NSN right now. The last time you used the NSN, the logs failed to delete properly. They're supposed to, but there have been a few peculiarities in the NSN functioning recently. I'm looking into it. Until further notice, unless you delete your logs manually, anyone who uses the NSN after you will be able to access a record of your communications. Hopefully that includes me. The NSN is like a VR meeting room kind of a thing. Oh wow, look at this lot.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Nice. Some XP right there. sell a chip. Just rob that guy's Pentium 27 or whatever. We're also going to have a look in here. See if we can get some of that exploration XP. All right. Love the way they just leave hacking software just lying around in their server room. That seems like a poor security situation. Plant the chip.
Alex, the whisper chip is in.
Alex, that's her name.
Weird, it's already picking up a freak. Jesus, Adam, is Miller in there right now?
Yes.
Shit, gotta go.
Jensen, I need to see you now.
All right, buddy. Just so we're completely clear, I did nothing wrong.
Analyst White, please see Security Chief Collins. White, Catherine and Chief Collins. Thank you.
Agent Nolan, report to Agent Green. Fully urgent. Urgent. Catherine and Nolan to Agent Green's office. Agent Nolan, report to Agent Green. Fully urgent.
You'd think one of them would pop up on some list somewhere.
Maybe the connection is not having his knowledge for hours.
Dark days ahead.
These are the greatest concerns on the digital age. That's not consistent. And we at Palisade Property Bank remain addressing them as a priority.
What are the chances of
Information archived within the walls of Palisade Property Bank is beyond the legal jurisdiction of any government. Palisade Bank Corporation is now and forever the best secure
What are the chances of run DNA checks for all the outfits. It's gonna take them a while. These guys might as well go.
All right. Let's see what Mr. Miller has to say. Oh, there we go. Sorting out my headphone cables. All right.
Agent Jensen reporting for duty, sir. Tried to do it earlier, but you were on a conference call.
Yeah, I was. Should I be worried about you, Jensen?
Sorry.
That blow you took to your systems. It's not messing with your head or anything, making you do things.
I'm not gonna go crazy and start attacking people, if that's what you're worried about.
You've been checked out then. The problem with your orgs is gone.
I took care of it.
Good, good. God knows with all that's happened, I need you at 100% right now.
You sounded pissed when you called me in. Everything okay?
Don't ever leave the field, Jensen. You'll regret it. As soon as you strap a desk to your ass, you'll be swimming in goddamn politics.
The boss is giving you trouble?
What? Oh, that? No, the Trouble's state police. They're pushing us out of the Ruzicka investigation. I want you over there to make sure that doesn't happen.
You're putting me on the train station attack? Not Dubai?
Forget Dubai. McCready's handling it.
We were blindsided, and I would like to know who they are. Ruzicka is the train station bombing that happened at the end of the last stream, the one that knocked out my orgs. I'm not looking to make enemies here. I'm going to accept.
Good. Thought I'd have to fight him to let me handle this one. Whoever planted those bombs yesterday has a lot to answer for.
Agreed. And we have to find out who they are before the state police fuck up our crime scene.
You said they're trying to push us out?
I sent Fletcher in this morning to oversee evidence collection. Seems he's being detained, because he hasn't checked in since.
They can't lock us out. The Czech Republic signed our UN mandate agreement. They gave us jurisdiction over terrorist investigations.
Yeah, well, the former director of their security information services runs state police now. He's come up with a loophole, claiming this attack falls under the homegrown terror exemption.
Homegrown? He's saying it's ARC? The Augmented Rights Coalition?
I don't care what he's saying. He may even be right. I just want us in there so we can find out.
Chang said you've got him cleaning up Intellicam footage that was captured during the bombing. Maybe it can tell us something.
Maybe. But between you and me, Chang's become a little more unglued since Ruzicka. Not sure we can wait for him to get his shit together.
So where do I start?
Technically, you're supposed to speak to our psychologist before getting back into action.
I don't need a shrink.
Convenient, because she's not in the office right now, and I don't want to waste any more time.
So how do I get to Ruzicka? Public transportation's not stopping there.
It will for you once I make a phone call. Head to the metro and call me when you're there. Good luck, Agent.
Alright. So we've got to go and investigate the train station bombing site. After we steal everything in my boss's office. Because, look, I mean, if he doesn't give a shit.
That day still haunt me. It will certainly be a while before any of us forget it. This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you live from Icus.
Exclusivity, anonymity, security. These are the greatest concerns of the digital age. And we at Palisade Property Bank. It's priority one. Information archived within the walls of Palisade Property Bank is beyond the legal jurisdiction of any government. Assured anonymity.
Well, the safe is empty.
Around the clock.
Blah 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 blah. Alright.
I'm doing extra communication scans with an operation in China. Our people there are taking down a human trafficking operation.
Not the harvesters again.
No, that group seems to have shriveled up. This is the Red Arrow Triad.
I'm glad we're going after them. For a relatively young organization, they're pretty smart. If they get any bigger, we could be in a lot of trouble.
Alright. So we have a new mission.
I'd rather not say what this reminds me of.
Much as I'm the sort to hack every computer in sight, I don't think that plays well on the you know, the old stream. So I won't go nuts.
Terrible train station
Agent Wright, please report to your department. Urgent right at our department. Agent Joy, report to Agent.
Things got pretty hairy in Dubai.
Are you kidding?
There's all these computers. They're all going to be telling each other how they possible line of where Art gets their money. Looking to tell us Rocker's activities in Germany. Apparently he left right before the cops were about to bust him for neuropozyne smuggling. So maybe Talos Rucker is not quite as Satan-y as he claims to be.
Patience is the first thing you learn to have. Second, dark days ahead. If there's something here, we'll find it.
Maybe whoever's in charge doesn't
Alright,
want
I'm going to talk to our buddy in the shooting range.
Hey, Adam.
How you doing?
Hey, Adam, hang on a sec. Filling out supply request forms for McCready and his boys is tedious as hell, but I don't want to give him another reason to say no.
Say no to what?
Are you kidding me? Right now, you're the only active augmented agent we have. I'm hoping to change that, been asking him every week practically, but so far, permission denied.
Really? He give you a reason?
Says my stress levels are too high. Told me I should sign up for meditation classes and drag Chang in with me so he'd chill out and stop changing security codes all the time. It sucks because I really wanted to find out who those crashers in Dubai were.
She wants to be an active agent, but she's augmented and the boss won't let her.
You were saying your stress levels were affecting your chances of becoming a field agent. Why is that? I have a rare resistance to neuropazine. I need more than the average person, especially in stressful situations. They say I'd be too expensive, so it's not just discrimination. That would be easier to deal with. It's a combination of things. Well, that combination of things is pretty bad in Prague, and getting worse. I know, but Interpol was the only agency who would give me a chance, and this is where I was assigned. I have no problem with that. I'll take whatever they throw at me. Good. It took me months of rehabilitation, getting used to the new arm, learning how to shoot again, learning how to tie my own boots. But I did it, and I'm better than I was before. I want to help, and I can. My place is out there in the field where I can make a difference. You know that. And if you can do it, so can I. Don't give up, Aria. Semper Fi. Hoorah. I still can't believe Miller gave the gold mask case to McCready. Oh, I'm sorry, Adam. You were there too. You're probably as pissed about those guys getting the drop on the team in Dubai as McCready is. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't been there. Agent Singh might have been killed. After the bombing, when Chang changed all the locks and codes, was he under orders? Was there a credible threat to our location? Maybe, but I don't think so. You know how he gets. Still, he wasn't the only one overreacting this time. A lot of people have been here for over 36 hours, and the state police have not exactly been cooperative. I can imagine. It took several hours before we got the security footage from the train station and surrounding streets. It's like they don't trust Interpol. It's weird. I can almost understand Chang's paranoia. Well, Chang doesn't trust anyone, especially anyone in law enforcement. Well, if you thought he was high-strung before, the attack only made him more manic. He's making connections no one else sees, and some that may not be there. Explosions tend to damage things like sensitive electronic equipment. Right? Try telling him that. Well, I better let you get back to work. Yeah, sure. Talk to you later.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
denied. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
From Dr. Jennifer Phillips, the shipment came in at last. I'll have to leave before you're off shift, blah blah blah. Probably neuropazine. Password is neuropazine. $2023 for the safe code. Yeah, so Aria wants to get back into the field as a field agent, but the problem is she has a higher than normal dependency on neuropazine, and they're using that as a way to prevent her from doing it. She has an augmented arm. Mac. He's a world-class prick, of that there is no doubt. But from what I hear, he's got some bad history with orgs, and that I pretend to know what it is. Not that I pretend to know what it is. Of course, that shouldn't absolve him for being a decent human being, but there it is. Prick aside, Mac's a pro. And he recognises how useful they can be in an emergency. The thing is, though, given that Prague is one of the most anti-org cities on the planet, probably not the best place for an augmented agent. I hate to say it, but good guy or not, the thought of well-armed and well-trained orgs walking the streets scares the shit out of most people. But if you ask me, his biggest problem is Jensen. Normally agents answer to Mac, but Jensen seems to get special treatment. I blame Director Miller for that. Mac's been here longer than anybody, and everybody looks to him. He's deputy in everything but name, so Miller should stop cutting him off at the knees. Yeah, okay, so maybe McCready's stopping Aria from going out to become a field agent. But maybe he's just got a thing for orgs. Maybe that explains why he's been such a prick to me as well. Either way. Let's do the shooting range thing. Right, hold on. Grab all the stuff. Alright, we want that. Highlight useful items within the confines of the smart vision area effect. Oh, we got 0 practice. Hold on. Wait. Okay. Seeing how far we are. 1600 out of 5000.
So, you've decided you need some practice, huh? You know the best tip my training officer ever gave me? Reload your weapon before it's empty. Saves time. If you zoom in using iron sight, you'll acquire targets faster. Try it. You'll see the difference. Of course, you know a headshot is the fastest way to take down a target. But watch out for helmets. They'll slow you down.
Yeah, that's one thing this game does. Is like I always used to sneak around like a ninja, like single shot headshotting people with a silent pistol. It's my preferred MO, as it were. But this game introduces a lot of soldiers with very good head armor, and yeah, it's just not quite so easy to do that anymore.
Okay, if your target is wearing armor, you'll do less damage per round.
That's a lot of armor.
See how many rounds it takes to get through? Let's try armor piercing this time.
Right.
Easier, right? Remember that, Agent. The right tool for the right situation. Could save your life.
Of course, different ammo types.
Now, let's take a look at the technical targets. These are tougher to disable using regular ammo. They tell me shooting security devices isn't usually the best way to go. You should try to disable them.
EMP rounds. V? No. Nope. Y. Switch to EMP ammo. Alright.
Once you've disabled a security device, your armor-piercing rounds will take it out more easily. You should always have at least one backup weapon, so you can improvise, adapt, overcome any situation. Hoorah! Seems like you're warmed up now. Let's go over some of the other aspects of your weapons.
I really hope I get to keep this silencer.
I like how silencers reduce sound, but the trade-off is less stopping power, less damage per hit.
Less damage is fine by me.
See how much extra ammo you need because of the silencer? Back to normal. But if you need to be quiet, Adam, the silencer's the way to go. Just remember the decreased damage. You know, there are several other types of attachments you can use to upgrade your weapons. Keep your eyes open for them.
Hold on, let's see if she's got anything else to say. That's it, isn't it? Customize, of course, I can spend points on upgrades. Or spend crafting parts on upgrades.
Again, reloading your weapon before it's empty saves time.
Nice, that's satisfying.
The pistol in full auto will take down targets fast, but it'll burn through your ammo. That's your refresher, but I'm sure you already knew all that stuff, Adam. Feel free to come back anytime.
Of course I already knew that. I am... a futuristic super warrior. Why would I not know what keys it takes to do all that stuff? Alright. Let's get out of here.
Alex, did we get anything from the whisper chip?
We got something, but Janus provided the wrong algorithm for the frequencies, so they aren't getting deciphered correctly.
Can you fix it?
I'm a pilot, not a programmer. I can do it, but it's gonna take some time.
It's all good. I got some bits to do. You know what I'm going to do?
Can't believe a word they say.
I am going to quickly Google to see where the first silencer I can get is. Because I really want a silencer for my pistol, like well bad. Rather than arsing around any longer. Deus Ex Human Revolution Silencer. Birchwood Apartments, second floor. That's not Human Revolution. Oh wait, Mankind Divided. That's the one we want. Task Force 29 Headquarters, Cybercrime Division. Vincent Black's office. Alright. We got Vincent Black's password, so let's see if we can... Oop. We got Vincent Black's password. Cybercrime. Forensics, nope. Oh, infirmary. We've not been here before. Oh. This is not Vincent Black, but, you know, when in doubt, hack that shit.
Anomaly detected. Trace access granted.
Let's have a look. Not only did we rob the entire forensics department, we can also rob the don't really know what the point of that is, but we're also going to rob the infirmary. Let us steal all the... Oh look, spare arms. And legs. I like the way they put legs in a Ziploc bag, you know. Access the infirmary using code 4822. Aria's neuropazine prescription is higher than the standard recommendation. Yeah. Despite several reminders from yours truly, Adam Jensen hasn't been taking his recommended allocation. I can only assume he's using an external supplier because he's not exhibiting any signs of deprivation. Where he's getting it from, I hope the genuine thing is sort of, yeah. I think he doesn't know is that the thing that makes me special as Adam Jensen is the fact that I don't need neuropazine. Oh yeah, that's a shitload of neuropazine. Nice. Also, what the fuck is this? Oh.
What are the chances this can do it?
Alright. Briefing room. We want cybercrime. Cybercrime. Director, counter-terrorism, organised crime. Vincent Black, there we go.
The last team walked straight into an ambush. There was another attempt to breach our firewall last night. Exfil is impossible. The LZ is totally overrun.
Right, I'm gonna hit F5. Presumably I can't use this without getting... Oh.
Jakarta's no picnic right now, I'll tell you that.
When an augmented passenger broke into the plane's cockpit and ruthlessly butchered its flight crew. Details recovered from the black box recorder suggest the man...
We never got an official okay from the Indonesians, so...
That horrible day 2 years ago when augmented people all over the world...
Alright, we'll give him a moment, see if he decides to leave. The guy's computer might let me into his safe. Okay.
Preemptive action would be great if we knew where to start. Is it or is it not a probable target?
Thanks. Keep digging. Maybe whoever's in charge doesn't want it. Maybe the connection is that there is no connection. That's fucked up. It'd be easier if someone would just step up and do it. Thanks. Keep digging. Thanks. Keep digging. It'd be easier if someone would just step up and do it. It'd be easier if someone would just step up and do it. Maybe the connection is that there is no connection. Maybe what is that fucked up? Maybe the connection is that there is no connection. Is that fucked up?
Well, this guy's not going anywhere. I think there's a guy that will sell me a silencer somewhere around here. At least in this part of town.
Stayed in bed.
What do you want me to do? The system was busy. I couldn't even get
Sure these papers will get my friend back to Techie.
Alright. So what we got going on? Source of the hack. Let's go see what this hack thing is all about. Let's have a look around.
I gave the police a list of all the renters in my building that I suspect of being augmented.
What did you do that for?
I am protecting the real people in the building. And most of them on that list are a few months late with their rent anyway.
Pretty sure there's a guy in here who will sell me a silencer. Let's have a quick look around.
Oyobo,
Well, that
you
looks
interested in some merchandise?
suitably shady.
Causing gridlock for hours and preventing life-saving medical transports from getting through.
You have credits? Usually you people with the robot arms and legs have no credits.
No, you got a real way with people. What's on the menu?
Menu? No, not food. Guns and things. You want?
I do. I really do. Let's sell some shit. Yep. Sell that shit. EMP grenades, we'll keep that. Gas grenades, they seem funny. I'm going to keep that frag mine. I don't think I'm ever going to use it, but fuck it. Alright. Sell that shit as well. Silencer. Nice. Gonna get hollow sight as well. Alright. I'll do.
Huh. You have taste for a yobok. I'm surprised.
Maybe later.
Go! Go! Waste my time.
I just gave you like 1,200 bucks. Fucking hell. Alright.
And polarized the dialogue on both sides.
Silencer on that shit. There we go. Increase damage. Pistol all the way. There we go.
We will be watching the
Nice.
closely for any break in the story. This is Eliza Cassan.
Take it somewhere else, Canner.
They may have batteries, but we got this. Ashanti and
Hardware's been dropped off in your storage.
In another augmented terror attack. Four sister airlines flight 451 were killed when an augmented passenger broke into the plane's cockpit.
Are you interested in clean guns for a good price?
Nice. Now I have a pimped out pistol. Under security code for this guy.
Nice code.
Oh great. Non-lethal shit. Also a hand grenade, which I guess is lethal, but you know, come on. What are you even doing?
What's wrong with you?
Alright. Save that. So we can break into this guy.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Shit. I don't even know where the ah, son of a bitch. Don't even know where the end is.
Access denied.
Fuck. Give this guy a few seconds and give him another shot.
Access granted.
Oh, it was right there. I just completely didn't click it. Alright. Apartment 201, door lock 6864. Alright. Alright. go investigate this hacking situation. Hold on, let's just make sure we're at the right place.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Come on.
Access denied.
Fuck's sake. Oh wait, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. Yeah, that's right. Somebody's got some shit going on. And some hacking stuff. Pretty much empty apartment. That's some conspiracy theory shit going on right there. Alright.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Nice. Mail. Kay's getting antsy about the next issue. I told him we should lead with the moon-based story. He freaked out on me. Seriously, how are we not leading with this story? Anyway, he wants us to come in so we can talk about it. Just make sure you're not followed. Okay. Bones won't shut up about the moon base. I keep telling him we have no facts, but he just won't let it go. I want you to get back as soon as you can. I need to talk about the next issue with somebody who cares about more than reliving some old cosmonaut fantasy. I'm sure you've got something on Bravo Deus by now. Ooh, that's us. I have a great amount of respect for you, for all of you, but I don't want to hide. You've changed your names, erased your past, left everything and gone underground. I'm not sure I have it in me to do all that. More importantly, I'm not sure it's necessary. I have my own ideas about how to make things better. Be careful down there, Suzanne, and I know I'll always be faithful for a reader. Angela. This is the whole Samizdat alternative newspaper with all the conspiracy theories and shit. Why you're online? Sewer stand-up was 5 minutes ago. You're not even in Duvavny. I want to lead with your Praha Dewa story. You know me, always running late. Do not confuse anti-establishment with anti-punctuality. Samizdat is counting on whatever you dug up about Praha Devos for the next issue. I could try and throw them off the scent, but I don't think that's any good. I want to find out who they are. Bluff. Truth is, I got lost again. It's not always easy having to hide underground, but our kind of media revolution cannot survive in the open. Nice, I got a code to get in there. Awesome.
Chang, I think I have something on our secret admirer. Group called Samizdat. Mean anything to you?
You mean those conspiracy nuts? Very bad for business. How much do they know?
Not sure. Good news is I got an exact location.
Find out whatever you can. What they know, what they want. If they blow the task force's cover, it's only a matter of time before someone blows up the task force.
Don't worry, Chang. I don't want the walls coming down just yet.
Let's see what we're up to. Samizdat is in the other district, I think. Right, I think that's about time for me to call it a night. It's been a long one. 239 minutes, like 4 hours. Holy shit. Alright, it's about time I took a sleep. I guess I'll see you all next time. Night night.